Hey everybody, welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new album by Neurosis, a sludge metal band, with their new record, An Undying Love for a Burning World. So Neurosis is a band I sort of avoided like the plague, mainly due to the Scott Kelly situation. The lead singer, Scott Kelly, had been revealed that he's been abusing his family for quite a bit, and because of that he was completely kicked out of the band, and no one really knows what's actually happened to Scott Kelly, as everything about him's just kind of unknown at this point. I don't know if there's been any reveal, but it's been a kind of situation where he was kicked out of the band 2019, but this wasn't really brought to light until 2022, just out of respect for Kelly's wife, just to keep it private. So I didn't know if Neurosis knew about it and then it kind of just hid what happened, or if it was a case of they just couldn't talk about it. But because it's been cleared up now and they've got a brand new singer, I wanted to give Neurosis this proper true chance to go back into it and see what we are having with this new record. And with a new lead singer I honestly think the choice is one of the best I have seen for a frontman replacement. We have Aaron Turner from the band ISIS. ISIS is pretty much a drone metal, post-metal band that had split up and kind of just disbanded. I don't know if the band's really going to get back together or have a reunion, but with Aaron Turner being the new lead singer of Neurosis, I feel like that's going to be the main focus and the main project he's going to be working with. And honestly, as I said, really good choice to have here. ISIS is a very absolutely amazing band. Panopticon is just an absolutely fucking wonderful record. So it's nice to see him kind of bring that sort of his own little sound to Neurosis. But this definitely has that Neurosis feel to it. It's sludgy, it's just got this absolute breathtaking, heavy atmosphere to it, and the songs just work incredibly well on this one. We got 8 tracks. One of them is sort of like an interlude, the intro track, which is We Are Torn Wide Open. But once you dive mirror deep into this record, it is so good. It's where the absolute quality I really enjoy starts to shine. Neurosis haven't had an album out for a little bit because of what's happened, and now they have. It's just honestly a breath of fresh air just to see this high quality, very expansive, moody, aggressive, and just dirty sounding sludge metal record see the light of day again. I think they blend the post-metal sound into it very well as well, to give it that kind of ISIS sort of shift onto it. Not necessarily that this is a main go-to massive change. It definitely feels like Neurosis, just with one less douchebag in the band and someone who's more well respected to take over. But it also does feel like something I can see Aaron Turner settling in and just fitting in like a missing piece of the puzzle to the project we needed here. And An Undying Love for a Burning World does a really good job just building up this metal landscape. You've got so much creativity when it comes to just these absolute harsh sounding riffs, the dirty, aggressive vocals, and just the way that everything is just kind of dampened down to this very, I just say, kind of monstrously I guess uncomfortable feel is just what I expected from this change. It's definitely hard to describe sludge metal, but you always got to think when bands go so far with it, it's some of the dirtiest stuff I can think of in music, and that's what I quite like, is they managed to make it work well. Some easily highlights for me is Blind is generally one of the most memorable and one of my personal favourite Neurosis songs going out there. This one just hooked me in, and following with Seething and Scattered, I think those two play off each other really well, bring in probably some of the best qualities of the band's instrumentation. It feels like Neurosis have had ideas baking in the oven for a while, and they wanted to know when the perfect time came, who would be a good step in from Scott Kelly. And yeah, I honestly think we have now got Neurosis, arguably in my opinion, at one of their most peak points in their career. This album is generally one of the best quality pieces I've heard from them. It's consistent, it's just a lot of fun, and an album I can see myself going back into, just thinking, oh my god, it's an hour long, and this hour just goes by so fast, in my opinion, listening to it. It starts off with some pretty good stuff, like Mirror Deep, First Red Rays, and by the time you get to tracks like In the Waiting Hours, you've pretty much only got like 1/3 left, and it's still a huge chunk, but they do so much with the longer tracks. The 10-minute In the Waiting Hours does a great job with its run, and Last Light kind of gives you this little, I guess, scattered piece where you get just this absolute monstrosity for about 10-11 minutes. Then it starts to kind of quiet down and then bring itself back as a final fizzle to really give you that send off to this record. It's just honestly a very well made album from Neurosis, and I wasn't expecting Neurosis to drop one of the best or at least one of the highly most anticipated releases of the year, but this definitely is one of the best albums of 2026 so far, and with only, I guess, 8 months left, I am curious to see what else is going to give this competition. We definitely still have some amazing albums, and some of them I do prefer to Neurosis so far, but yeah, this definitely is still an amazing feat, and this is generally a really good album. I don't know if it necessarily is the best Neurosis release, but this definitely is up there with them as a very good contender to continue off the very, I just say very sludgy, very just moody and dreading sort of sound we have with their previous work. So that's all I have to say. I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5. I don't really see myself scoring it any other way. It is just a shockingly great release, and honestly one of the best things I've heard from Neurosis, and I think I can kind of enjoy the band again, especially looking forward to new releases now that we have someone else in the band. I feel like Aaron Turner being the front man is a very good shift. I'm always not the biggest fan of when a band has to change the lead singer, because it is such an iconic voice to the band. Just like you can't really split the voice away. But if I had to think of someone who's not really doing anything at the moment, with their main project kind of just not happening anytime soon, this is definitely the right path for it, and I feel that this was a match made in heaven sort of deal. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in the next video.